What is up, guys? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1, trying to get 1% profit every single day until we get to $1 million. Right now, we're sitting on day 504, and the total capital is at $8,518. If you're new here, basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to gamble 1% profit every single day. I'm also using sports betting and investing to try to grow the entire capital of trying to get 1% profit every single day. Couple updates before we hop into some gameplay. So we're going to be gambling today, trying to get some profits, but I have a lot of updates, a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of analysis and planning going on in the background here I want to share with you guys. First thing is first, so for day 504, we have some sports bets for the day. And this is back from June 2nd, 2026. We had first round of sports bets here. I also have another page to show you guys, but we had a losing day. We lost about $70 overall sports betting. Here's the second page here, just to show you proof that I actually placed these bets, and that's all going on in the background outside of recording, but there they are. And then we also had some bonuses for the day here. So this is, again, for June 2nd. We have our weekly bonus on the website we use. So we had $7.10. And then we also had this bonus that came through my email, which was $60 from the website as well. I think it was just like wagering and just like an additional bonus. So we had $67 in bonuses, which is pretty sick. Other than that, though, we're gonna come over to our tracking sheet here, and a couple things I wanted to talk about before we hop into some gameplay. So we're trying to be strategic. So obviously the challenge, we're trying to get 1% profit every day. What I do before every video, though, I talked about this before, is I always come in here and just kind of see what I'm getting into today. So if I drag these numbers down as if I didn't gamble at all today, and we just kind of see where we're sitting at, you can see these highlighted numbers here where we're gonna have to play. And this column here is our amount of progress going into the day, whether we went up or down, and then this column here is our amount that we need to make to get 1% net on the day. So if we're down 1.8%, we need to profit $245 to make sure we get that 1% profit goal for the day. So as you can see here, all these days are losing days, the next 4 days here. Not terrible, but some of them are down, almost 2%, 0.5%. This sounds 3%. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, last episode we ended off at $8,677. And if I didn't gamble at all today, we'd be ending up at $8,172, which is like a major setback after getting all these losses. So with that in mind, yeah, of course we're trying to get 1% profit every single day, but I don't want to push things and like risk our bankroll too much. I don't want to push things far and just send it deeper and chase losses too much. So what we've been doing is doing a community challenge. I'm testing your guys' strategies, and we're going to stick with that today. We're going to keep doing your guys' strategies. But the idea is too, I'm just going to focus more on your guys' strategies and the community challenge rather than the 1% profit goal, because trying to get all of this in profit to get our 1% for the next 4 days here, we'd have to get $846 in profit, just a lot of money, and I think that's kind of unrealistic. And sometimes you just got to play it smart and not risk too much. Also, the strategies we're gonna be running today are pretty risky, they're pretty high risk, so I'm keeping that in mind too. But yeah, that's like my little bit of analysis. And the biggest thing is too, we had a $70 loss sports betting today, and the last 2 days here we also lost some money sports betting. Just looking ahead, but really the biggest catalyst here is the crypto. Crypto's been going down drastically. Crypto is actually, currently as I'm recording this is June 6th. Crypto is at its like lowest point since 2024. So we have 2024 prices locked in right now, especially with I should preface, it's Bitcoin. I'm talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down to 2024 prices. So pretty much the entire time I've done this challenge and bought Bitcoin, we've lost money in it because I started this in 2025. So with that in mind, I'm going to be trying to pump more money in to crypto. We have XRP and Bitcoin. Bitcoin's our biggest holding, but you can see these numbers here go down a lot. I actually purchased some more here. I'll talk about that in a second once we get to that day. And then our stock market portfolio went down about like $160 over this 4-day period here. So that's like the biggest catalyst really. It's really just the investments going down. And this is a little bit of a side thing, but if you're investing, okay, investing's the move. But whenever you're down investing, it's on paper, so like that money's not actually like lost until you sell, right? So for the sake of my challenge with the percent profit goals and everything, yeah, that kind of affects the balance on paper. We're not like technically losing money unless I actually cash the money out. So for the tracking purposes, yeah, we're losing money, but realistically, I'm just trying to use it as an opportunity, right? If we're anything that's going on in this challenge, whether it's like getting bonuses, the market's going down, there's any promotions, whatever, clearly the whole challenge is for me to find opportunities and take advantage of them and try to use that to grow my money. So in this case, with the crypto going down so much, I'm trying to find that more of an opportunity than like be pessimistic about it and be upset. Just think about it as in the sense, oh, okay, we can get 2024 prices now. The market's on sale. We'll be able to buy it at a way cheaper price than I've been able to buy recently. Let's take advantage of that. Let's make an opportunity out of it. Let's try to make some money off of it. So that's kind of my mindset with that. Again, these numbers are going down, but we're going to be trying to take advantage of that. Hopefully we make some good profit today. We have a lot of money on the website. We've probably even more than this now because I have some bonuses I didn't include in there yet. We have about $900 on the website, and we're going to be trying to hopefully make some profit today, or at least maintain, and hopefully put some more money into crypto. So I know it's a lot of stuff going on. I just want to give you guys my thoughts of what's happening with the bankroll and my plans and trying to be opportunistic about it. But that's enough analysis. Let's hop into some gameplay. So we've been running our community challenge where I've been testing your guys' strategies to see who has the best long-term winning strategy that makes the most profit. We've already done 3 rounds. I guess we're still in round 3 here. But we're going to try to get through at least 3 strategies today. Again, these are super high risk. So hopefully we have a good day. I think all 3 of these strategies have like pretty much carried through on like the last bet before they busted. So I'm hoping that, you know, we actually don't bust today. But we're going to run these 3 and then move on to round 4 here. So we're going to start off with Cinnamon Roll 24's wheel strat. Again, this one's super risky, but we're going to rip it. So let's hop into the website here. So I've been running these strategies with $200 as a starting balance. And you can see we have about $743 in the vault. I'm going to throw in another $32. So we have our $200 in our balance here that's playable on the website here. And the way the strategy works is it's a medium risk wheel strat. On win, you just reset. On loss, you're going to increase by 200%. So you're going to triple your bet up. And the way that he says to run this is you do 1 penny for every $32.80. That gives you 8 progressions. With my bankroll, I should be doing 4 cents based on what he's saying, but I'm doing 2 cents to give myself an extra progression. Or no, it should be 6 cents. It should be 6 cents for my bankroll. If you just take 200 divided by $32.80, you get 6 cents. But I'm going to try to go an extra progression at 2 cents. So we have 9 like increases. We're going to see if that makes sense. We're going to see if it works. And we're going to rip it. So while this is going, yeah, I guess I'll just talk a little bit more about the plans and everything. So I completely forgot what I was gonna say. That's crazy. I just had something on the tip of my tongue, completely slipped. But today, yeah, I'm just trying to more focus on. Oh, here we go. I got it. We're trying to focus on just doing the community challenge more or less, and getting that $843 in profit today. If we bust a strategy here and there, that's fine. I'm not gonna be, extremely upset about it. We're already down, but I don't want to chase losses too much. We've been doing that a little bit recently, in the past like couple months. Yeah, I'd say a month or so. We've been chasing losses, and it hasn't been working out. We've just been busting our bankroll every time we chase losses. So today, the reason I'm telling you guys all this stuff is because, like I said, I want to focus more on the community challenge, progress through this, rather than trying to come back and chase losses and get the 1% profit goal. The markets are going down, but like I said, just trying to find the opportunity there to buy in low, and then hopefully the markets will carry the balance in the background sooner rather than later. Hopefully the markets come back up in a short period of time. But yeah, the markets, I'm not trying, like, I know that can help and hurt the bankroll because the markets do shift up and down, of course, but I think not trying to think about that too much. So yeah, we lost some money sports betting a little bit here and there the next couple of days, but other than that, it's the markets. So like the bankroll, there's like, though you can look at the bankroll as a whole, and yeah, the markets are kind of hurting it right now. Typically the markets have been doing really good with the bankroll overall, but right now it's been a little bit rough patch. But I'm just trying to focus not necessarily on the markets, kind of take that mentally out of the bankroll and just focus on the gambling and the sports betting part, which you can think about that however you want, but I think that's just the smartest thing to do here, and focus on getting the 1% profit on the website. So I'll probably be running like 1 strategy per day here, just to progress through the challenge, stay on track, stay on pace, but we won't be getting as much profit. If we profit all these strategies, that's assuming a lot, but if we profit all these strategies, we won't be getting enough to probably be in the green this episode. That's all right. We're just trying to maintain and not, be too aggressive. Obviously, this challenge is very aggressive, very risky with everything we do. Trying to get 1% profit every day, but I'd rather get less than 1% profit than send the bankroll down more than 3-4% in a day. So that's the plan. I'm gonna speed this up. I'll be back in a few seconds, and I will see you guys soon. All right, so that did bust. Unfortunately, man, we had a crazy win too. We had, where's that at? Right here. We bet 14.58. We got $43 up. We were up like 30 something, 31 bucks. I thought we almost had it locked in right there. I thought that was a great increase. But then we just went on a nasty loss streak here. You can see we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses, which is exactly what I said we would be able to maintain, but unfortunately we lost it. So we pretty much busted. We have $35 left. I'm just gonna leave it there though, because coming back from that's pretty cooked. That's all right though. We'll take the $165 loss. Could be a lot worse. I went through that in the sheet. All right, day 504 was a loss. We lost about $162 on the website, and we went down 3% total on the day. Tough day, but like I said, I don't want to keep pushing it and being risky and keep chasing losses, because you know how that can go. That's not a good move, but we're just gonna try to progress the challenge here and mitigate our loss as much as possible. So we're gonna try to run like one strategy per day. We're gonna move on to day 505, where the total capital is $8,386. We had a couple sports bets for the day. I tracked volume bets on Instagram. I just tell all his bets and adjust them to my bankroll size. Good day sports betting, made some good money there. And then there's proof of all those bets. We also had $27 in a FanDuel free spin bonus. I'm trying to show anything on camera that's over about $10 at this rate. I'll probably adjust that soon to about $20, just because it's just very insignificant to show bonuses that are anything below $10 right now. Even $10 is getting kind of like not that great, but yeah, it's insignificant. We get a ton of little bonuses here and there, but I just want to show proof that we're still getting those in the background. We had $28 in bonuses for the day. Crypto went down about $100, as you can see, our Bitcoin and XRP, and then the stock market stayed pretty flat with our ETF portfolio. So we need to get about $121 on the day here to net 1%, but we're just going to run one strategy and just kind of progress the challenge as usual. I'm not trying to chase too many losses today and just tank the bankroll after getting a ton of bonuses last video. Trying to be smart about it. But Cinnamon Roll 24's wheel strat did bust. That does hurt. I wish all of your guys' strategies just kept making good profit for us, but unfortunately 9 progressions is crazy. 50-50 win rate of getting any sort of win. We got 50% losses 9 times in a row, which is disgusting, but that's gambling, man. We're gonna try Vicky Verma's risky mind strat. I'm gonna set this up and then we'll rip it. All right, so the way this is set up, he did actually change it since the last time a little bit, just kind of a couple little things. Basically just the tile selecting, which we'll run it today, but basically you're going to do 9 tiles. So that's what we have set up here. This is the original strategy. We're going to change it up a little bit later on, but we're starting with 2 cents for a $200 bankroll. We have 1 mine on win you reset, on loss you increase by 211%, and then he wants us to change it up every $5. So we're gonna set our stop profit on $5. We're going for 50 total today, so I'm gonna reset the live stats here, and we'll start it. So every time you get a loss, it's gonna increase by 211%, and then once you win, you get some profit. So we're gonna run this until we get $5 in profit, hopefully, and don't bust. We'll change it up a little bit, but it's a pretty simple strategy. I think it just takes a ton of bets. So it's a pretty slow one, but it's done well recently. Hopefully it can keep doing well today, and I'll be back in a little bit. We'll speed this up. All right, so the first progression went through every $5 and it's to change it up. So what he wants us to do is actually spell out my name, TexOb. So we're gonna rip it. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is this is 10 tiles. So he wants me to spell TexAub, so it's gonna be like TEXAUB every time we hit $5. So change the letter pretty much. The only thing I'm thinking is this is gonna change the payout. So it's, oh, because we're selecting more tiles actually. I was gonna say it's gonna lower it, but yeah, we're selecting 10. So the way to spell out TexAub, it's either gonna be 9 or 10 tiles depending on the letter. But I guess the letters that are 10 tiles will have a 1.65% or 1.65x. instead of a 1.55. So interesting. I don't know why I was thinking it would make it less payout, but we're selecting more tiles, which would be more of a payout. Okay, so yeah, maybe this will be a little bit more aggressive. See how it goes though. That's what he wants us to change up. Last time we just had that T, the entire strategy, and he wants us to change up the letters each time. So we'll see how it runs. Hopefully it makes a good profit though. But I'm just gonna probably speed up this whole thing. If it keeps making profit, we'll add the A, the U, and the B, or I guess the X before that. So we'll do spell it tax ob. So we'll see how it goes. We'll speed this up. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, so that did profit. We got our $50 in profit. It kept like stopping randomly, and I had to keep refreshing the page, so that's why the live stats are weird. And then this last run here, I forgot to place a bet, so it just ran for like 100 bets. I was wondering why the balance wasn't updating, and then I realized I didn't actually place the bet amount. So yeah, a little bit sloppy, but it still worked. There was a few times it almost busted. It got like really big bet size, maybe like $50, and it ended up pulling through, so it was kind of sketchy. But it still profited nonetheless. So we will head back to our sheet here and move that one on to the next round. We got one more strategy we're gonna run today, so I'm gonna update the sheet. We'll hop into the next day here, get everything set up, and then we'll run this last strategy for the video. All right, so day 505 was a win. Well, gambling wise, it was a win. We got $50 in profit. Overall in the day though, we stayed pretty much flat. We went up 0.15%, so nothing super crazy there. Just trying to maintain, like I keep saying. We're gonna move on to the next day though. We got day 506. We're sitting at $8,396. Again, we keep going down, man. Mainly due to crypto again. But let me show you our bets real quick. So we had 2 pages of bets here. It was a losing day overall. A lot of bets, but not the worst thing ever. And there's our second page of bets right there. Again, a lot of losses, but not terrible. I think we lost like $35 total in the day sports betting, so not terrible. Other than that, though, we did have a little bit of some movement. So with our DraftKings balance, which can be seen right here, you can see it dropped a lot, mainly because of betting. But we also did another thing here too I want to talk about. We also put some money into crypto because, like I said, XRP and Bitcoin been going down a lot. So I ended up moving $54 from DraftKings into XRP. There's proof of that purchase there. And then I also moved $75 from DraftKings into Bitcoin. So we just purchased while these 2 coins are dipping. I figured we might as well just buy in the dip a little bit there. So yeah, nothing super crazy. Just wanted to show you guys that real quick though, that we did do that. That's going on in the background. And again, today, hopefully, depending on how things are, I might do some stuff off camera. I might buy some more crypto, but I will not do that on camera. We'll see how things go. We're gonna see how these last couple of days of gameplay here go. But yeah, we're sitting at $8,396. Our 1% profit goal should be about $84. We need about $125 to make our 1% profit goal. But we're just gonna run this Subaru LARP roulette strategy real quick. Subaru strategy. We're gonna set this up, run this, try to get $50 in profit, and then we'll be set up for round 4, depending on how this one does, and then we'll have some strategies to run going forward. So let me set this up and we'll rip it. All right, so we got this set up. We're gonna put $50 into the vault there, so we have our $200 bankroll to play with. We're gonna reset the live stats. All this is really super simple. You're gonna use 0.05 units, so I'm considering a unit as $2 for me. So 0.05 unit would be 10 cents, and that's gonna be on the first and second dozen. Okay, on win you reset, on loss you're gonna triple your bet, so the 200% increase, and then we're gonna stop on profit of $50 to get 25% of our profit goal. Or I guess 25% of the starting bankroll. That's how I've been running all these strategies. Yeah, this one has done well so far. Again, as all of these strategies can be super risky because this one's tripling up each time, but we need to, ideally just not go in some big dips And I think every time we win, I don't think it matters how big the bet size is. I think no matter what, we're going to just kind of get back into profit after each win. It should be a really smooth graph, assuming that we don't bust. So I'm gonna speed this up though. Okay, we got back there. It's starting to dip. I'm gonna speed this up. We'll be back in a few seconds, hopefully after making some profit. Well guys, when it rains it pours. We just busted again. This one was doing really good. We were so close. I think we needed, I don't know for sure, I think we needed like $10 though where we were at, and ended up busting. So yeah, it's a tough one, man. That's a good strategy. I just unfortunately hit that loss streak of who knows. This is all the bets. Let's go to my bets real quick. I guess I thought it would be a lot more, but I guess it only can withstand 7 losses. So that hurts. That hurts, man. We're just been getting. Let's try to keep it light this episode. Do some, a little bit here and there. We just been losing everything. But it's just the way she goes, man. So we're gonna update our sheet here. Unfortunately, we lost 2 out of the 3 strategies today. Just getting absolutely reamed, which is fine. But it could be a lot worse. We have our 4th round set up. These are the winning strategies that will be going into the 4th round, and they just keep it dwindling slowly here. So I'm just going to do a quick little calculation. We had 3. I guess I don't even do the math on that. We had a 67% win rate on this round. So unfortunately, that means we had a losing round in the sense of like profit. We needed at least a 75% win rate, but we had less than that. So I think every round so far of this community challenge, we've lost money. Besides maybe this one. What did we get on this? We had 12. That was a break even. So yeah, the first round we lost money. We broke even the second round. The third round we've lost money. So this has been a pretty tough community challenge so far. We need these 3 strategies to absolute cook. Or sorry, these 6 strategies to keep cooking. We need these to just keep making tons of profit, because we are down bad on the community challenge, which is fine, man. That's just gambling for you. But for day 506, we ended up losing $182 gambling, down 2.6% on the day. It's a tough day there. Yeah, so far out of these 3 days, we are down a total of 5.4%, and we have one more day we're gonna play through real quick. So for day 507, we're back down below $8,000, bro. We were at $8,677 last episode. Now we're back. We just lost almost like $700. I mean, not all from gambling, of course, from other things going on with the markets, and yeah, it's just brutal, bro. We just can't win. Worth losing. All right, so we had one bet for the day, sports betting. We just had this bet here, $60 on Spurs, and they lost. So that was pretty devastating. But it is what it is. We had $4 in bonuses between all the different apps we use. Crypto, even though we just bought some more into that, we went down another like $50. And then our stock market portfolio went down $160. So yeah, the investments went down like $210. We lost $60 sports betting. So pretty big L there. We need to get $351 to net 1% for the day. So clearly we're not going to be trying to chase that. It's just ridiculous. We're going to be doing one strategy. We're going to start off on round 4. I'm going to do this pump strategy by Sweet You Yash. We're going to start off with that today. We're going to end off the video with one more strategy from you guys and see, hopefully we can make one more round of profit and get one more day of playthrough done for the challenge. All right, so we got this set up. We have $200 in our playable balance. We're going to reset the live stats here. That's just devastating to see, bro. Hate to see that. So the way the strategy works by Sweet You Yash, it's a pump strategy. We do hard difficulty 8 pumps. On win, you're going to reset. On loss, you're going to increase by 30%. We're going for $50 in profit on our $200 bankroll, so that's a 25% increase. He says to do 1 penny for every $20, so it should be 10 cents for $200, but I'm gonna cut that in half just to be a little bit safer. So we're gonna start this and hopefully make some good profit today. It's an 8.14x every time we get a win, and I'm starting the bet size a lot lower to allow for more progressions ideally. But we'll see how this goes. It might be pretty quick, honestly, depending on what happens here. But obviously, the more the more losses you get, the bigger the bet size is going to increase, and then you want to hit that 8.4x and get a nice win. So we'll see if we can pull it through. 8.41x. We're already about 10% away the profit pool. Might not even have to speed this up. I guess we'll rip with it. We'll stick with it. We'll stick with it. Hopefully we get some good profit today, though. We've been getting pretty cooked recently gambling. And then the market's not helping out too. So luckily last episode though we did get a lot of bonuses. Probably today though we probably wiped out most of that. I think we already lost like at least $400 today. So we probably wiped out most of those bonuses we got last episode, which hurts. And the market's going down, losing some sports bets. We need to win soon here though. We really need to win. There we go. That's huge, massive. But yeah, we wiped out most of the progression from last episode, which is fine. I guess, you know, if we didn't have all those bonuses, we would just went down even deeper today. So, you know, it's kind of saved us a little bit. But what would be crazy is if this strategy, bro, we get down to like the last bet of like a $10, $15 bet, and then we ended up hitting the 8x. Could bring us back. I mean, that's like super risky asking for a lot. But that would actually save us a lot of losses today. We'll see. I'd rather just profit. Let's just get the profit. Let's just let's not get too greedy here. We need to win like right now, dude. There it is. Okay. Whew. That's kind of what I was just asking for. We had a $13.86 bet on an 8.4x, got $116, which brought us to $93 in profit. Crazy, very risky. Luckily we pulled through though. Got a little bit of extra profit today, which we needed. I mean, that extra $44 isn't like astronomical, but it definitely doesn't hurt. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, so sweet you yashes pump strat. We'll move on to the next round. Pretty sweet. Round 5. We got at least something making it, right? I don't know if how many we'll have to continue to move on here, but at least we have one moving on. So pretty good to see that. We'll mark that green, and then you know these other strategies here. Hopefully they just keep winning. It's getting pretty tight though, and hopefully I'll have a winner soon. Well, actually, I kind of hope we don't have a winner soon because I mean the strategies are all going to lose. So hopefully we don't have a winner for a long time and these just keep winning. That's ideal. But yeah, hopefully these all carry on for a while. A couple people left though. Winner will win $100. So ideally I'd like to make some profit before paying that out. But you know, I can't control that. We'll just see what happens. For day 507, we ended up at $8,039. We've just been in the same spot, dude, for like probably a month now, if not longer. Yeah, longer than a month. We've just been in the same spot. So I mean, it's fine. We're not going backwards, but every time we get a little bit ahead, we end up just going backwards. On the week, we're down 2.07% on the week on our entire capital, which isn't terrible, but we'd rather be up, you know, than down. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. On the video, though, I don't even want to do this, but we went down a total of $479. Again, not terrible. It's probably about like 4%. Gambling today, we went down only $200, which is not as bad as I thought it was. Really, we went down $200 gambling. Percentage wise, we've lost a total of like 7.5% on the video today. I didn't like seeing that. I shouldn't have done that. That's pretty bad. We had a total of $100 in bonuses, and then we lost $136 sports betting. Those are all of our stats there. So yeah, tough one, man. Last episode was so good. So we carry that momentum forward for a little bit and just keep getting some good wins. Here's where we're sitting at though. We were here last episode, and then we're probably about right here now, kind of just back in line with this plateau that we've been at. So it's fine, man. Again, we're not going down, we're not going backwards, we're just plateauing. So it is what it is. Frustrating, of course, but most that's out of my control. Just running strategies, letting the gambling do its course, which has not been super well. Crypto total is down 22%. Our sports betting profit for the past like 2 months now, we've made $655 sports betting. Crypto down 22%, so I might try to buy more. We've been kind of tight with funds, staying pretty flat. I was hoping to like end up in profit today, or at least stay at the 8,600 mark, so I could throw more money into crypto. I might try to squeeze some more in there, but I don't want to get too tight on our other accounts. Our investment account's up 16% about, and then we have about $4,330 in bonuses throughout the entire challenge. Our win rate's back to 71%, which is cool, and that's gambling. 71% win rate. We need at least like 75 to be profitable long term. Then here's just our cost basis and all of our crypto. I might try to add more, like I said, but we'll see what happens, man. That's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you learned something. Don't gamble. It's a losing game long run. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you're already in there. Leave any comments with thoughts or suggestions below. It's good to see you guys, and I appreciate you guys always supporting me and not giving up. I'm not giving up, man. I know it's frustrating. I know it gets tough and it gets, a little bit painful sometimes, but at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna keep going as long as it takes, and it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys not giving up, sticking around, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Until the next video, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.